Good evening, everyone. Oh, yeah, we can do a lot better than that. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so very much. My name is Joe Claire, and I'm super excited to be here with you all tonight. Of course, I represent the DMV all wholeheartedly. Let's just start there. I go all the way back to the beginning. I remember what 14th Street used to be. But now I work for Fox 5. I represent the DMV zone on Fox 5, so thank y'all so much for watching my show. We are number one. Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm the only person from the DMV on the TV. Y'all better get to clapping. Now, the mayor, when I said that, our honorable mayor just pat me on the back and said, we are from Washington. We are not from the DMV. We came up off a little Benny and them. This is not DMV. This is Washington, D.C. My apologies. So Washington, D.C., make some noise. Do I have to get more specific? Where is Northwest? Northeast? Southwest? And well, it's only always about 3 or 4 people from Southwest. And where is the good old Southeast Washington, D.C.? That's what I am talking about. So I'm super excited to be here. This is my first time ever in the Carlisle room. I have never been here. This is very nice. It looks like where H.D. Wilson had their first prom. When the Shy-Lights was the Shy-Lights performed right here. So I'm really excited. We have an incredible lineup and program for you all tonight. So without further ado, it's time for me to introduce Reverend Thomas Bowen, who is the director of the Mayor's Office on African American Affairs. Give him a round of applause.
Thank you, Joe. Let's get it up for Joe Claire, everyone. Joe Cleasy. Good evening, everyone, and happy Black History Month. Yes. My name is Reverend Thomas Bowen, and it brings me great joy to welcome you to tonight's showcase as Director of the Mayor's Office on African American Affairs. You ought to get ready for an incredible evening ahead because we've curated something truly special just for you. Before we dive in, I want to extend a heartfelt thank you to my exceptional team and the dedicated staff at the Office of Cable, Television, Film, Music, and Entertainment for their hard work in putting together this spectacular production. This year, as we celebrate Black History Month with the theme African Americans and the Arts, it's fitting that we gather here with some of the most talented artists in our district. As legendary Harry Belafonte said, artists have an invaluable function in any society since it is the artist who reveals a society to itself. Mayor Bowser's unwavering commitment and support for African American artists and the creative economy ensure that they will continue to shape history far into the future. They are the vibrant pulse of our city, keeping our culture alive and thriving. Here in the district, we're fortunate to celebrate Black history every day. As Mayor Bowser reminds us, we celebrate Black history every day because there's so much Black history here in D.C. to celebrate. And thanks to our shared values, we prioritize supporting organizations dedicated to the well-being of all our residents. Your presence at Black History Month events like this contribute to the rich tapestry of the Black history here in D.C. And I encourage you to seize the opportunity together to embrace and honor the dynamic theme of African American and the arts. It's a wonderful chance for all of us to deepen our understanding and appreciation of the profound impact of African American culture. And we are truly blessed to have a fearless leader like Muriel Bowser, who is modern day history walking, who tirelessly advocates for the prosperity and well-being of every resident in all 8 wards in our district. Her historic investments in affordable housing, business development, and the arts and culture speak volumes about her dedication and her vision. It is with immense honor and pleasure that I introduce our host for this evening, our mayor, my mayor, the Honorable Mayor Muriel Bowser.
Well, good evening, everybody. And it is with great pride that I wish you, on behalf of all of us in Washington, D.C., a happy Black History Month. And we are here in our beautiful downtown, the beautiful Carlisle Room, to come together, all 8 wards, all races, all background and beliefs, to celebrate the immense contributions that African Americans have made in our country, and to state that Black history is American history. And it is a history that we recognize and celebrate every day, but we also use as a guidepost of what we need to do to ensure that the African American experience in America is an equal one. And so I want to thank Reverend Bowen for that introduction. I want to recognize our host, Joe Clare. Give Joe Clare a big round of applause. And Joe, don't be so stingy with your applause. Joe Clare has been a voice and a force in our city for a long time. And we appreciate you. I did have to tell him and remind him where he was, and because while we love our neighbors, there is only one Washington, D.C. And this greater region is the greater Washington region. Washington is the heartbeat, the soul, it's the center, and there would be no prosperity in the surrounding area without Washington, D.C. I want to acknowledge LaToya Foster and the great team at the Office of Cable Television, Music, Film, and Entertainment, because I like to say life is sometimes black and white, right? And it's the arts that fill in the color. And arts make our lives so much more full and enriching. They come in many forms. The traditional arts that we go see in theaters, the arts that we see when ladies and gentlemen sit down at hair salons and barbers, the arts that we see when people make clothes and wear clothes, the arts that we hear from vocalists, the arts that we hear in go-go music, DC's own. We know that this city has supported and created great artists, and weren't we just all proud when we see Washingtonians out there getting Oscar nominations? Isn't that a wonderful thing? And we're going to go out there and support them and love them too. We are the city that created 202 Creates, Art All Night, and have been producing a Mayor's Award for over, I think, 30 years. I also want to recognize our inaugural director of the Office on Racial Equity, led by Dr. Amber Hewitt, who's behind me. It's Amber's responsibility to work with every agency to make sure that we are looking at our investments, programs, and initiative with a racial equity lens. You've heard me say many times that we are a prosperous city, and everything that we do should make a fair shot for every Washingtonian possible. We want everybody to be able to use their talents to the best of their ability. We want everybody to have safe and affordable housing, every child to have a great school, and for all of us to be safe when we lay down our head or go about our daily lives. We want to fill gaps that are historic, make up for them, and do better. And that is the opportunity that we have. That's the opportunity that I've been privileged to try to fill for the last 9 years, and will do so every day that you give me the privilege of being your mayor. There's nothing that we do in this government that is possible without DC government employees, 37,000 strong. We are a great employer. People like to work here. We have great pay and benefits, and DC government is hiring. So if you like to work hard, come work for us. In fact, we're going to be doing a downtown job fair, I think February 5th, so check it out. So with that, I want to stop talking and thank all of you for the work that you are doing in our city. And know that our focus is on the most robust post-COVID comeback that you can imagine. And what that means is people are coming downtown to work, people are going to the theater, people are going to shows, people are filling our restaurants, people are meeting up with their friends all over the city, because that is what a robust comeback looks like. So with that, I'm going to turn to Director LaToya Foster to say more about what the arts does for our economy.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, and good evening, everyone. Good evening. Welcome Black to the Carlisle Room. Isn't it lovely? We at OCTFME are super excited to be here this evening to kick off Black History Month. I want to thank the mighty team at the Office of Cable Television, Film, Music, and Entertainment. They got me through a performance hearing today, and we're here tonight. Aren't they amazing? We also want to thank Reverend Bowen and the Office of African American Affairs, Dr. Amber Hewitt and the Office of Racial Equity, of course, Joe Cleasy, Jeremy Allen of the Carlisle Room. Is Jeremy in the room? Jeremy's somewhere running around. We thank you, Jeremy. But most importantly, Mayor, we thank you. As we kick off Black History Month, we want to thank you for all that you've done for all of our residents, but specifically today for what you've done to elevate the lives of Black residents across all 8 wards. So, we've got this Be Downtown campaign, but at the OCTFME, there's a part of it that's media too. We got something else going on. It's called Don't Forget. And what we're not going to let anyone do is forget how Mayor Bowser expanded SYEP, how she's created more Black home ownership through her legacy initiatives, more business owners owning the buildings in which they operate. And we certainly cannot forget about the transformation east of the river, new grocery stores, Starbucks, Capital One cafes. How about that Marionberry Avenue? The beautiful Frederick Douglass Memorial Bridge that connects east of the river to the rest of the city. And speaking of the arts, the boldest artistic move ever, which you can visit just a couple of blocks away, Black Lives Matter Plaza. Don't you forget who did it. Tonight we're here to celebrate Black excellence in the arts and the investments that have been made to ensure that our creatives in the city, Mayor, get a fair shot. And today we are excited to say that there are 57,000 jobs that support the creative economy of our city. So Mayor, we thank you. We thank you. We thank you. This year's theme of African Americans and the arts coincides with our mission at OCTFME to amplify and inspire people by showcasing the incredible talent and creativity that is embedded in the fabrication of DC's culture. So we invite everyone to continue to support Black excellence in the arts, and there's a lot of artistic expression taking place in our city, specifically downtown. So whether you're at the Kennedy Center for the Alva Ailey Dance Theater, the Temptations Ain't Too Proud to Beg, or at the Woolly Mammoth Theater for the sensational C. Minkettes, or at our very own Martin Luther King Jr. Library for Fireside Chats. There are so many reasons to be downtown and to celebrate our history and culture. So we want you to scan the QR code here. We want you to learn more about the events that Mayor Bowser has in store for Blacks in D.C. each week of Black History Month, and we want you to enjoy the evening. Thank you all so very much for being here.